on the Evite, the thing that Ashley sent out, then you know that we're making some trash to treasure thing. So it's basically like we're taking trash and random stuff that would be around our house that we might not normally use for art, and we're making it into art. Today, what we're gonna make is we're gonna be making a robot, which is super, super cool. And you can use things that you have in your house. Maybe I don't have them, maybe other people don't have them, but you can add in extra stuff as well, if it's not stuff that was listed or anything like that. So I'm gonna go over the basics of what you need and what I have. So just to make sure that everyone has it. So the first thing and the most important thing, you kind of need this to do the project, is some kind of little box or bottle or some kind of container. Maybe a tissue box would work really well, or something that like had maybe an Amazon delivery in it, anything like that. I have this little box right here. So hold up your box if you have it.
It can be a box. It can be a water bottle container. It can be a cereal box. It can be Cheez-It box. Any kind of box, or any kind of snack, any kind of container. So it doesn't matter how big or how small, right, Skyler?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, smaller is better. So the smaller box that you have, the more easy it will be for you to complete the project. But the bigger is fine too, as long as it's not like as big as you. So that would be something that you normally throw away. Another thing that you might normally throw away would be toilet paper rolls, like these. We might have lots of these. I know this is kind of a crucial thing. So if you have an extra one of these, 2 would be the best. If you don't have it, it's okay. This is something you can skip. The only thing that you really need is the box, but this is skippable, okay? The next thing that you're normally used to using in art projects would be pipe cleaners. I have these ones. I have a bunch of different colors. If you don't have pipe cleaners, you can use straws. You can use maybe chopsticks. Popsicle sticks would work really well, but pipe cleaners is the best. The next thing that we're gonna need is any kind of tape. Tape or glue. Tape might work better just from what we're working with, but I have tape, so I have 2 different kinds, okay? So hold up your tape and your pipe cleaners, or whatever you have.
They look like they've got lots of these supplies.
Amazing. I see that a lot of us are still looking for it too. Don't worry, we won't start until everyone's ready, okay? The robot is not going to move, no. It's gonna be a cute little decoration robot. Maybe something that you can play with. You can imagine that it's going to move, but it's not going to actually move. Okay, the next thing that again is optional is I have this little leftover bag of some plastic spoon and fork. I'm gonna use a spoon and a fork. If you have a knife, that's fine. If you have 2 forks, if you have 1 spoon, if you don't have these, again, this is a skippable step, but these are another thing that you can or cannot have. So I'm gonna set these over my pile. All right, the next thing that we're going to need is a piece of paper. It can be any color, any kind of piece of paper. I've already written a little bit of what we're gonna do to give some examples already, but a piece of paper, mine is blue, it doesn't matter what color, anything but piece of paper. And then to go along with the piece of paper, we're gonna need a Sharpie or a marker of any kind, or a pencil, or whatever you have in your house, and then some scissors. I bet these are 2 things that you definitely have. And the paper. Okay. I see lots of friends have left. That's okay.
That's okay. They're gathering more supplies.
Yeah, that's totally
and
fine.
it's great. And also this is a time where you guys can get to be creative. You know, if you see other supplies in your house that you're like, while you're searching for some of these supplies and you want to maybe bring them over to get creative when you're making your robot, that would be cool. That would be a good time.
Would be really cool. Some ideas that I was thinking, I didn't have these in my house, but googly eyes would be really amazing. Maybe if you have different colors of paper, I only had blue, but if you want to do like a multicolored robot, that would be really awesome. Also, buttons could be a really cool addition. Anything like that. Anything you think you might want to add on. Oh, I see someone's holding up googly eyes. I see those. I'm really jealous because I couldn't find any in my house.
I saw somebody held up stickers and somebody held up some pom-poms, lots of cool things to decorate with.
So anything would be so cool. Such a cool addition to this. This is just what I had in my house, and whatever you have in your house will also work. Okay, and then my last supplies that I'm gonna use in my robot, which is kind of crucial to make it look a little bit more like a robot, would be some tin foil. Hopefully you have this in your kitchen. I feel like this is kind of an essential thing that most households would have. So tin foil is probably another must, probably. Okay. And then give 2 thumbs up whenever you have all your supplies, when you're ready to get started. Okay.
We see some friends giving thumbs up. We see some friends still collecting some things.
That's totally fine. And then maybe if you're ready and then you have some extra time while you're sitting and waiting for everyone else to get their supplies, you can type in the chat maybe some other ideas of extra household supplies that you maybe came up with, or can maybe give an idea to a friend. Yeah. Awesome. See, most of us have our stuff. Okay, give 2 thumbs up whenever we're ready.
Most of us look pretty ready.
Okay, all right.
I just saw that giant box, Alpaca Queen. What is in there?
All my art stuff.
Oh! Outstanding. Okay, we're ready, Skyler. We're ready.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to start first off by taking my box. My box is a little open. If your box is a little open, just take your tape. Make sure it's pretty closed. If you're using a tissue box, also I might want to close over the hole where the tissues normally come out with tape. So see, look, I just put a piece of tape right over there, and it's keeping my box nice and closed. And I'm going to put another one.
Skyler, what happens if we have a tissue box with all the tissues out and the giant hole in the middle? Or like a Ziploc box, but a giant hole in the middle?
I would say what you should do is take one piece of tape and then pretend your hole, this is a tissue box. Pretend it's a tissue box and the hole is right here. What you're going to want to do is put the tape over so it connects on each side and then covers the hole. And then you're going to keep lining up, and eventually it's going to create a layer of tape as opposed to a hole right there, which is really important for our next step.
Got it. The next question is there any way, instead of doing lots and lots of tape like that, can we cut a piece of paper and put it just on there?
That is such a good idea too. You can totally do that. Amazing.
Okay. So we close the box or cover the holes.
Close the box or cover the holes. That is the first step.
Got it.
And then so hold up and show your covered box or taped closed box when you're ready. Oh, I see some boxes. I see a couple of us are still working though, so we'll take a minute. I'm really excited for this project. I really like robots. And I think it's really cool that we can use things in our house that we might throw away, which is called recycling. Isn't that called recycling? Look, we're helping the planet at the same time as making fun art.
You're minimizing your carbon footprint. I love this, Skyler.
So great. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on. The next step is pretty easy, so hopefully if you're still catching up, you'll be able to. We're gonna take our tin foil, and this is gonna be super fun. So we are going to wrap our box or bottle or whatever you're using, and we're going to wrap it in the tin foil like a present, okay? Oh. So we're gonna take it, and just so you know, tin foil normally has 2 different sides. So my tin foil, it has a really shiny, reflective side, and then the other side is kind of flat and more matte, almost, where it's not as shiny. So you can choose which side you want to be showing on your robot. Okay, so I'm gonna take some tin foil, and I'm gonna rip it out like that, and I'm literally gonna wrap my box just like a present. So I'm gonna lay it
now, if you need moms or dads or adults to help you, because you might not be the best present wrapper, you can ask for help. But also, if you have those little sheets, those ones that are not just like big tin foil, they're like come off in little sheets, you could do each side, right, Skyler?
And then you can tape it together at the end, which I think is going to be best for everyone, to add a little bit of tape to secure. So, and again, even if you're not the best present wrapper, I'm really not either. I'm just kind of crumpling it on and then flattening it. Did you see how I did that? So there's still little crumples, and it doesn't matter if it's completely flat. It adds more cool texture to our robot in the end. So I did my 1 sheet. I feel like I'm gonna need, if you need more than 1 sheet too, I'm gonna actually grab a second one. That is okay. So I'm gonna go in again and grab another one, not as big this time. And I'm gonna lay it on just like that. And I covered all the color, or all the brown on my box. So make sure that you can only see shiny stuff or the matte side of the silver, whatever you chose, whatever side, and no more brown is showing. Okay, so my box is completely covered. And then show me your shiny box or silver box when you're ready. Awesome, I see some boxes. And again, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be wrapped just like a present. I was just using that as an example. But see, mine's bumpy and it's got some texture, you know? It doesn't have to be completely flat. That's okay. That's the fun of tinfoil. You make a little tinfoil ball on your box. It'll be really cool. Okay, I see lots of boxes.
So cool. People are very hard at work.
I see that. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, this is a part of the wrapping, so don't think that we're moving on, is I have these kind of pieces that are sticking out a little bit. Can you guys see that? They're sticking out and they're not so secure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece of tape and I'm just gonna tape those ends down. It doesn't really matter that it's showing, but I'm just making it extra secure. So I'm putting 2 pieces to tape it down, just like that. And then so that is we are done with wrapping our box. That would be done with step 2. So hold up your box whenever you're ready to move on, and then we can start really assembling our robot. This is the base. So this is what hopefully everyone should have for their robot, and then everyone else's is gonna look completely different and individual. And it depends what kind of size box you use. It depends if you used a bottle maybe, anything like that. Okay. I'm gonna actually add one more piece of tape. I found a place that wasn't so secure.
Good find, Skyler.
Mm-hmm.
I said that's a good find.
Yeah, I know. I was feeling it. Maybe do that. You can feel your box and you can feel where it's really rising up or really not super secure.
Don't worry, Piper. We're not moving on yet. Just, you got it.
Totally fine.
We see you actively working.
Mm-hmm. I see all of you working. That's amazing. Oh, I see. Thank you for holding up your box. I see someone holding. Let's see. I'll through. I see all you. Oh my gosh, amazing. Awesome. Okay. We'll give it a couple more seconds just so people can do their final touches, and then we're going to move on. So if you're not ready, oh wow, I see. Whoa, what is happening there? It's like opening and closing.
Ooh, let me see. I'm going to unmute you guys.
Do you see that box? That is so clever.
Wow. Tell us what you did over there.
So my dad will look. My dad cut apart the tinfoil, and now it's like a door.
That is so cool.
It's like a door. Maybe it could be your robot's mouth or something cool. I bet you can be creative with that.
Or you could have like a secret hiding place and you can put stuff in there, maybe other trashy treasure stuff. That would be so awesome.
So cool. Okay, I see a lot of wrapped boxes.
Okay, should we move on to the next step?
Give us a thumbs up if you're ready. Piper is not ready yet, but that's okay. She's got a real big box. I see her. Skyler, is it true that you've been at art camp for like ever?
I've been at art camp for like ever. And guys, I started out as a camper, just like all of you. I used to come to art camp and take all the classes and do all the things just like you guys do. And then eventually I became a JCIT and then a CIT and then a counselor and then a teacher. So I've gone all the way through it for 12 years or however long it's been.
And you are so awesome. And we are so lucky to have you be part of our community. You're such a fun teacher.
Oh, thank you. You're so awesome, Morgan. Okay. Are we ready, we think?
Okay, we're ready. We're ready.
Awesome. So our next step is going to be taking our pipe cleaners. So this is going to be the part where if you don't have pipe cleaners, you can use a straw, you can maybe use chopsticks or anything like that, anything that's kind of like pointy and sticky uppy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to fold it in half and make it into like a V. And then I'm going to pinch it right at the bottom there. So it's like I folded my pipe cleaner in half just like that. And I made a V. See? And what this is going to be is the antenna for our robot. And if you don't know what antenna are, it's kind of what goes on the top and sticks up and kind of like sends the satellites and the stuff out of the top of the robot's heads. And then so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch and roll down just like this at the top of my V. And so I made like a little kind of curly Q at the end. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just
do I have to do that, Skyler, or can I like get creative and do another kind of design on top?
You can swirl it around your finger. You can do anything. You can keep it completely straight if you want to. This is just an idea that you can use from my brain to your brain. So this is what I'm doing. And then you can also change this too, because pipe cleaners are really cool, is that you can unfold them and unroll them, and then you can change what your little curly Q looks like. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it and I'm going to take the bottom of my V, so the pointy tip right here, and I'm going to point it right on my box, and I'm going to sit it on top.
So first you have to decide what side is the top of your box, right?
So decide what side you like, maybe what you like best to be the front, because this is going to be your robot's face. So maybe decide which side you think would look best as the face. So maybe the most covered, the most flat, the most wrinkly, whatever individual style that you want your robot to look like, pick that for the front. And then so then you need to pick the top after that. I'm gonna peel a piece of tape. And then so again, just so everyone can see what I did, is I'm gonna take the V shape that I made just like this, and I'm gonna take the bottom, that little pointy tip, and I'm gonna connect it and kind of point down at my box, the top part of my box. And I have a piece of tape right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tape the middle part of my V, just like that. So now it has little antennas, almost like ears. You see, if you have clear tape, it would be better, but my clear tape was double-sided, so I have to use white tape, but it's fine. So see, this is the grid. Just like that. So it should look like it has two little ears pointing up. And then if you use a straw, I might maybe cut the straw in half and then maybe find a way to tape it either on the back or on the sides, so it can have antennas still pointing up on the sides. Or if you use chopsticks, maybe the same thing. I feel like it would be kind of hard to fold it in half and make it like a V with a straw. But so that's another option if you did not have pipe cleaners, which I was surprised that I had pipe cleaners in my house.
You have a lot of treasures that you probably don't even know.
I really don't know. Especially when I go digging through my summer art camp boxes in my garage. Okay.
Okay.
Hold up your little antenna design whenever you're ready. I want to see what you guys decided to do.
Oh, that's cool. Adam, that's cool. Haley, yours looks cool.
Awesome.
Wow, Maya.
Oh, they're so cute. I love that. They're so cute.
I know.
Some people did some really cool designs. And then again, you can change it. If you used pipe cleaners, like they can be remolded. Or you can add two extra, or you can add whatever you want. Again, this is just the baseline of what I can give you some ideas and kind of give you a little guide. But if you want to make it super creative and make it your own, then you totally can do that. Okay? All right.
Okay, we're ready.
On from the antennas. So the next step is going to be to take, if you have a spoon or a fork or a plastic knife or whatever you have, we're going to use these to be our arms of our little robot. And so what you're going to do is you're going to turn it around. So this I've decided is the back. Whatever side you decide is the back, this is where you're going to want to be working right now. So I'm going to set my little things down. And again, I'm going to grab my tape Sorry, my dogs are barking. I'm gonna grab my tape. I'm just gonna set it at the edge of my table so I have it when I'm ready. You're gonna need 2 pieces of tape for this, maybe more, but just to start, you're gonna need 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my spoon and I'm gonna find wherever I want it to stick out. So when I look at it at the front, it kind of has a stick out, like it's a little arm, you see? So I'm gonna turn it around wherever I want it to sit. That's where I'm gonna decide, and I'm gonna put a piece of tape just like that. Do you see that?
Yeah, so you're gonna tape your arms or your fake arms to the back of your robot.
So you can't see where they're really coming from, and then when you see the front, it looks like this, and it looks like it's like waving at you and saying hi. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my fork. And I think it would be cool. You can have 2 spoons, you can have 2 forks, you can have a fork and a knife. You can even have probably like 2 arms on each side, like 2 spoons and 2 forks. That would be super cool. I mean, who knows? Robots might have 4 arms. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my fork. So if you didn't see it the first time, I'm gonna demonstrate one more time. I'm gonna find
Milo, are you raising your hand? Okay, hold on. Okay. Do you have a question, Milo?
Yeah.
Hi, buddy. What's your question?
Can we use the straws for the arms?
That is such a good question. Of course you can use the straws for the arms. Definitely. And I bet it would be really cool if you used a bunch of straws and had a bunch of arms too. That would be a really cool idea, right? Yeah. Good question, buddy.
Good question, Milo. Get creative with it. Can't wait to see what it looks like.
I can't wait to see all these at the end, because the best part is they're all going to be so different and unique, which is amazing. So
just like us, how we're all different and unique and special.
Yeah, that's awesome. So many lessons in this trashy treasure robot. Okay, so I'm going to tape on my fork just like so. And I only needed 1 piece of tape, but if you need more than 1, that's okay. So when I turn it around from the front, it looks like this. That is so cool. See, it's got like little arms sticking out. I love that. Okay. Give me some thumbs up if you're ready to move on from your arms and you're ready for the next step.
Haley, where are you? Ah! Okay. We've got our arms. We've got our antennas.
Okay. So the next step is going to be, we're going to make the face. So if you have googly eyes or buttons or some other like circular round shaped object that you have or found in your house, this would be a great time to use that. I couldn't find anything, so I'm just going to make my own eyeballs, but you're going to want to just put them on just like a face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on some eyeballs onto my piece of paper, and then I'm going to cut them out.
Hold on, I think Milo has another question. Go ahead, Milo.
Can we draw the eyes?
You can draw them straight onto your robot if you want to. If you have a Sharpie, would be best, because marker might slip and slide off and it won't stick, but you can totally do that. Be creative. So what I did was I took my piece of paper and I drew on a circle, and then I put a circle colored in inside the circle to kind of look like little eyeballs. And now what I'm gonna do is just cut them out just like this. And these are gonna be my replacements for my googly eyes. If you have googly eyes, honestly, that would work the best. Buttons, I thought, again, would be so cool, or really any round shaped object. So I am left with this cute little eyeball. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my tape. Or if you have glue, this would be a good time to use glue as well. But I'm gonna take my tape and I put it on the back of my eyeball, and I'm just gonna put it where I feel like it should be. You can
so you do one of those curly things with it, right? Where you like make it kind of into it. Got it.
Yeah, so it's basically you take the sticky side and you turn it around and you stick it to itself, so that it makes it sticky on both sides.
Yeah, some friends are asking if they want to poke holes in the tinfoil to secure the arms. They definitely can.
Oh, totally.
And the friends are asking if pom-poms would be cool for eyeballs. I think that would look awesome.
Amazing eyeballs. I think pom-poms would be really cool if you had like white paper and you cut out big circles and then put pom-poms in as like the pupils. That would be really cool and creative too.
You probably would need glue for those pom-poms though, but let us know how it works.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm just cutting out my second eyeball here. I'm going to go and tape it on. Again, you can make the eyeballs any shape that you want or any size. You can make bigger eyeballs, tinier eyeballs. You can make 2 different sized eyeballs. Your eyeballs could be square because it's a robot and there's no rules.
Maybe your robot's wearing sunglasses or eyeglasses, maybe. Who knows?
Eyelashes, maybe. They grow hair. I don't know.
I know, Sam. I saw you guys had googly eyes with eyelashes, yeah?
It's like you say, you roll it so it's a circle.
Amazing.
I'll give you another one.
Fancy.
I love it. Okay, so these are my eyeballs. They're simple, you know. I can change them later if I want to, but this is my eyeballs.
Cool, Delilah. Oh yeah, I see some eyeballs. It's working.
Amazing. Okay, give me some thumbs up when you're ready. Yeah. Oh, my dog is in here. Where did it go? We're just whining at my feet. Okay, give me some thumbs up when we're ready. Awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna move on. We're almost done, you guys, at least with the base. And then once we sign off, you can go and look around your house, maybe find some other cool additions to add to your robot. So I'm gonna move on right now, and I'm gonna work on the mouth.
Hold on 1 second. Mara and Jaden have a question. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
For the eyes, I cut toilet paper rolls. Can you do that?
Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Totally. I was gonna use mine later, but I think that's a really creative idea too. Maybe it'd be wearing like glasses. That's a really good idea.
And you know, there is no right or wrong here, right? It's just about being creative and whatever looks cool or sounds cool to use.
Okay. So I drew a couple options for mouths. You can do, again, whatever you want, but I drew out this like square one with some straight lines in it. I drew one with jagged teeth if you want yours to kind of be like a chompy, scary robot. And then I drew this one. It was just like a little oval with some teeth in it. But you can, again, do whatever you want it to.
I see Haley's holding up hers. Haley, what did you use for your mouth? Bring it a little closer.
I used a sticker flower.
Wow, that's amazing. Did you use it for the eyes and the nose too?
Yeah.
Wow, I love that so much. And you use the straw to the antenna. Wow, you got really creative for yours. That's amazing.
Okay, Maddie Nolan, do you have a question?
No, but I want to show you mine. Mine's a car.
Whoa!
A car robot. That's creative.
And it actually stands up on the wheels. Wait. No, you can show it.
Cool.
Wow.
That's creative.
What are those? Those are so cool. Are those like big jewel gems? That's amazing.
I made them all out of gems.
Cool. Okay, so I'm still just cutting out my mouth right here. So I cut it out just like this.
Hold on. Yes, sir, Milo.
Can we just put one eye on?
Oh yeah, totally. It could be like, do you know Mike Wazowski?
You read my mind, Skyler. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. He's from Monsters, Inc. or Monsters University, and he has one eye, and he's amazing. Okay, so I cut out my mouth, and then I love all this creativity. This is amazing. I feel like my guideline isn't even as good as your guys' creativeness. So I'm going to do the same thing again with my tape, where I'm going to kind of stick it to itself and make it like a little circle to make it double-sided. So I'm going to do that same thing. I'm gonna get my tape, and I'm going to tape it on the back of my mouth, just like that. I'm going to put it where I feel like the mouth should be. So this is just what my robot looks like right now. I bet yours totally looks different. That's totally fine. This is just what my guy looks like. Give me some thumbs up when we're ready to move on to, again, my suggestions. You guys are being so creative though. This is amazing. I see a lot of us are still working. Okay. We're working on our mouths. Awesome. Maybe hold them up.
We have another question, I think. What's your name, sweetheart? Avid?
Avid.
Avid. What's your question?
Can we use these paper rolls for like legs?
You read my mind. That is going to be our exact next step. That is amazing. Yes, you're so creative. You took my creativity. Okay. Maybe hold up the faces so I can see them. Maybe. Ooh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Are those straws for your Zavid? Or is that what those are? Those are awesome. That looks so, the straws point outwards. That's so cool. Okay. Someone's on step 1. Okay.
That's
well,
okay. That's okay. They can follow along right now with what we're doing. And then if they need to continue on with the steps, they can go back on the YouTube afterwards.
Totally. Okay. So my next step, just like we predicted, is we're going to be using our little toilet paper rolls, or if you have paper towel rolls, whatever fits for you. And what I'm going to do is these are going to become the little feet or legs or whatever. Maybe your robot has wheels. And so I'm going to do is kind of sit my robot on top just like this. And this is where its feet are going to be. And then so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my tape. Again, if you have clear tape, it's better, but mine is good so you can actually see it. Maybe do one at a time. So I've got my foot just right here, and I'm going to tape it from the inside of the toilet paper tube to the outside of my robot, just like that. So it kind of hangs, if I didn't do the back yet, it kind of hangs just like this. So I'm taping the inside of the toilet paper tube right here to the outside of my robot.
Now it seems a little tricky if you do it the big, tall, long ways, because who knows how you're going to attach it that way. That seems a lot smarter.
Yeah. So, and then if you have tissue or paper towel rolls, which are longer, you can maybe ask an adult to get some big scissors and cut it in half. That might be the best way to do it. Or if you're using a different sized box, what I would say is if it doesn't wrap all the way, if it doesn't wrap all the way to the front, then connect it on the underside, like right here, underside of the robot, if that makes sense.
If your rolls are different colors, it's totally cool.
Oh, that would make it even cooler. If it doesn't connect on the front, it can connect on the underneath side, which is cool. Or if you wanted to put them even on like right here instead of underneath, that would be cool too. So then I'm going to go and connect the back of my first roll. I'm going to take another piece of tape, and I'm going to do the exact same thing again. So I'm kind of holding it just like this so that it stays upright. I'm holding it with my hand like this. And then I'm going to take my tape, and I'm going inside of my toilet paper roll, and I'm wrapping it around so it connects like that to the outside of my box, just like that. And then so it's a little lopsided, but once you have two, it should sit upright, which is really cool. So I'm going to start my second one.
Cool.
So again, for the third time, just because this is a tricky step. I feel like this is the trickiest step.
I love the technique, though, that you're explaining when you hold it in there and then you do the thing.
It's tricky, and it's hard because we can't be here in person, so I can't really demonstrate it, I feel like, so close and really help you get in there. But this is I'm trying to do my best.
You're doing a great job. I'm having the best time.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna take my tape, and I'm sticking it inside of my tube, and I'm wrapping it around, and I'm just pushing it right there. It's become easier now that I've done it more times. So we gotta fly away. We gotta stray. Let's reattach that one. One is white and one is brown. I feel like that's gonna be super cool. So in the end, it should stand up on its little feet, just like this. I'm gonna wrap my last one, just like that. And if you have something else cool that you think could be used as legs, or maybe if you have little, if you have Dixie cups, kind of like the ones we have at regular art camp, those could be really cool. If you had 4, you can put it on like 4 feet. That would be a really cool thing to tape. Or if you even had like those taller, single-use cups, you could cut the bottom off and use those as feet. Whatever, you just get creative, like I said.
I can't wait to see everyone take pictures of their robots and send them to us.
Yes.
Because these are going to look so cool.
Make sure you do that. Make sure you send them to Ashley and Morgan, or however you send your photos.
I'm going to put them in the, I'm going to put Ashley's email in the chat.
Awesome. Okay, then email them to Ashley, and then we will post them maybe on our Instagram, on the Art Camp page, to show off your creative work, which I think it's awesome that they're all going to be so unique. So as of now, this is my completed robot. If you have more stuff you want to add after, if you have more stuff that you're still continuing to add, that's okay. Mine is done for now. This is
Wait a minute. Check this out. Haley.
I added a body.
What? That is so cool. You did 2 boxes. So you did 1 box like this.
And I'm gonna add these to the side.
They're gonna be ears. That is amazing. That is so creative.
Delilah, let me see yours. What are you doing over there? Hold on, let me see if I can unmute you. There you go.
Well, I just made his feet toilet paper rolls.
I love that the arms are like going like one's down and one's up. That is so cute. And the curled little top is adorable. These are so cool. I loved this project.
Wait, Skyler, what about our friend with the door? Let's unmute him.
Oh, we gotta recheck up on the door and see how that one worked out.
You gotta use your voice so we can see you.
Look.
Here we are. Go ahead.
Dad, we use stickers like this, and we use a pom-pom and tape and a popsicle stick for a signal detector. And we also add some extra so he can see behind him.
That is, you know what I really love too is how you use the googly eyes on the end of your little pipe cleaner. I think that was so cool. And I love the stickers that you put on the inside. That is amazing.
Wow, these are so creative and so cool to look at.
Do we have any
Luna's
more?
raising her hand. Yes, Luna, do you have a question?
My robot's pretty.
See
Your
later.
robot's pretty? Oh, you use the cups. That is so smart. That is amazing. Wow. That is so cool.
This is awesome, Skylar. This is so cool. We can literally bring any trash and create treasure.
And isn't it amazing? And then it's something that's cool as a decoration in your room or for your living room, or you can give it as a gift. And I think Mother's Day is coming up. You know, you could be really creative.
This was so fun. Thank you so much, Skylar, for doing this with us. And we cannot wait to see all of your creations. So make sure that you email Ashley and you say take pictures so we can show your creativity on the Instagram. And tomorrow we're doing Baking with Chef Jose, and it's on our Instagram, and I put it in the chat box so you know what kind of ingredients you can bring. Thank you so much, Skylar. This is so cool. I'm gonna unmute all the friends so that you guys can say thank you and show Skylar your creations.
Okay, thank you guys. This was amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this project with us and supporting our camp. This is amazing.
Okay, here we go. Unmuting.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Ruby Rocks.
Wow. Oh my gosh, they're so cool. Wow. Wow. Hi, these are so cool.
These all turned out so super cool. Thank you again, Skylar, so much. Thank you all the friends for joining us, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow.
Of course. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you all for being here. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.